Imagine being born in the middle of an Australian tropical rainforest, a place as beautiful as a painting. Lush trees, the sound of birds singing, and gentle sunlight streaming through the leaves. Your life starts like a fairy tale. You've just broken out of your egg, stretched out with a big yawn, and thought, "Hello world, this is definitely the place for a main character like me." Of course, at that moment, you have nothing to worry about. Your mother is a real superhero. She brings food to your mouth, shields you from the sun and wind, and tells you stories about the forest. You look at her with gratitude and think, "Mom is amazing. This life is truly paradise." You live like a little prince, just opening your mouth and chirping chip chip for everything to be served. Everything seems perfect, and you're sure your future will be full of light. But then, life isn't always as it seems. On the day you turn 2 months old, your mother, always gentle and caring, suddenly becomes different. She looks at you seriously, clears the branches from the nest, and takes a deep breath as if preparing to announce something significant. She steps closer to you and says decisively, "Listen, son, you're a male bowerbird. My responsibility for raising you ends here." Before you can react, your mother flaps her wings powerfully, pushing you straight to the ground. Dazed, you hear her utter the final words. "Now, go find your own food, and remember, build a beautiful nest or you'll be single forever." You lie flat under the tree, staring up at the nest, no longer your nest, and one question echoes in your mind. What is this? Born to be a prince, now turned into a construction worker? Congratulations! From here, your journey as an accidental artist begins. The little prince of the forest has now joined the harshest program in nature, the survival of the prettiest nest. But unfortunately, there are no easy judges here. Only picky females and a bunch of rivals ready to play dirty. From the moment your mother kicks you out of the nest, you realize a harsh truth. If I don't build a nest, I'll be single forever. But the biggest problem is, no one taught you how to build a nest. You secretly watch the experienced bowerbird elders in the forest, trying to learn the survival hacks. The branches must be straight, the straighter the better. Blue decorations are always the most popular with the ladies. Dancing after you finish building is mandatory, not optional. But when you see the elders dancing like they've been electrocuted, you can't help but mumble, "Do I really have to act like that? Is this building a nest or auditioning for Bird Got Talents?" Then the fateful day comes. You enthusiastically start building your first bower, but life continues to mock you. This vast forest, once your childhood paradise, is now full of branches as crooked as noodles. You spend hours, even the whole day, picking each branch and then carrying them back to the nest. After sweating buckets and tiring your wings, you finally finish your first bower. You step back, take a deep breath, and admire your masterpiece. Oh, not bad at all. This might be the most beautiful bower in the forest. But before you can rejoice, a light breeze blows by, and bam! The entire structure collapses, and the branches fall like dominoes. You sit down on the ground, staring at the wreckage before you, with a look full of despair. Then shout, "Universe, why are you testing me like this? What did I do wrong?" The question echoes through the forest. But of course, no one answers. Only a few parrots from afar mock you. Wrong. Wrong. This failure is just the beginning of a long series of others. But you don't give up. You tell yourself, "It's okay, I'll try again." Perseverance is the mother of success. So your journey from a naive bird to an accidental architect officially begins. Finally, after countless failed attempts, your bower stands firm. You step back, admiring your masterpiece and telling yourself, "Here it is. This is my home, my artwork, the first step to a bright future." But you forget one harsh truth. Building the nest is just the beginning. This bower is only beautiful when you turn it into an art exhibit with sparkling decorations. And this is the real challenge. You begin your search for treasures. Before, you thought you were a wild bird living freely in nature. But now, no, you've turned into a professional trash scavenger. Your hunt for decorations starts with high hopes. You fly around the forest looking for the shiniest, most unique, and most interesting items. One day, you spot a shiny Coca-Cola bottle cap under the sun. Your eyes light up. Perfect! This will be the crowning jewel of my bower. You happily grab the item, fly back to your nest with pride. But life is not a dream. As soon as you place the bottle cap down and turn to grab more branches, a pesky neighbor bird swoops in. In a flash, it snatches the precious item and flies away. You furiously chase after it, shouting, "Stop! That's mine! You can't steal like that!" But you know the law of the forest is simple. What isn't held tightly isn't yours. And of course, you lose. Disappointed, you return to the forest to find a replacement. But this time, you find nothing worthwhile except a bent plastic straw. You sigh and tell yourself, well, better than nothing. You place the straw in the bower. After hours of collecting a few pebbles, some wilted flowers, and a random plastic piece, you step back, take a look at the whole thing, and comfort yourself. It looks creative, right? It's sure to impress the ladies. But in reality, your masterpiece looks like a makeshift recycling bin where beauty only exists in your imagination. And just to add to the heartbreak, a sudden rainstorm sweeps through. Your decorations are washed away, the bright colors smeared, and the straw is buried in the mud. You look at the scene before you, filled with bitterness. Is this a home or a public trash dump? But still, you don't give up. You tell yourself, it's okay. As long as I believe, the ladies will see the hidden beauty in this. When the female bowerbirds start their mate selection season, the entire forest turns into an accidental exhibition. The male bowerbirds line up, waiting their turn, standing next to their bowers with tense expressions, like contestants in the perfect home competition. The graceful female bowerbird enters, walking as elegantly as a catwalk queen. The entire line of male birds holds its breath, wings trembling. Some even adjust their decorations one last time, trying to make everything shine a little more. The lady begins her strict inspection. Each bower is examined with sharp eyes. She looks down at a nearby bower, sniffs slightly. Crooked branches, faded colors. Reject. She moves to the next bower. A few carefully arranged pebbles, but still not enough to impress her. She shakes her head. Too plain. Next. Whispers echo throughout the line, and the male bowerbirds start to worry. And then she arrives at your bower. You clench your wings, your heart pounding. She stops a little longer. Her eyes move over every detail, the plastic straw, the shiny bottle cap, and a few slightly wilted flowers. She even tilts her head slightly, as if considering it. You hold your breath, filled with hope. Maybe I'll be the one she picks. This is the moment that will change my life. After a few moments of silence, she spoke up. You've put in some effort, I see. By some miracle, your bower was accepted. You secretly sighed in relief, thinking you had passed the biggest challenge. But no, the main performance was just beginning. Now it was time for you to dance to score points. You took a deep breath and told yourself, let's dance. For a happy future and a nest full of love. You flap your wings, sway left and right, then spin in a circle. The female stands beside the bower, her head slightly tilted, her eyes curious but not overly impressed. Seeing this, you decided to step it up. You leaped into a spinning jump, combined with a spontaneous leg kick, like a flawed version of Michael Jackson Bird. You tried to show all your skills to get her nod of approval, but she just sighed, shaking her head in disappointment. Nothing here is impressive. You feel struck by lightning. She walks away, leaving you standing there, full of bitterness and disappointment. Finally, she stops in front of a rich bowerbird, the forest's wealthy guy, who has brought in an impressive collection of decorations, sparkling fake jewels, shiny seashells, and even a designer button. She exclaims excitedly, "A mansion and a car. This is my dream nest." The wealthy guy steps forward, smiling smugly and bowing slightly. Meanwhile, you can only stand there, silently mocking. Clearly, her taste isn't about art, it's about brand names. She picks the wealthy guy, flaps her wings, and flies away with him, leaving you and the other males sulking. You sit down, mumbling, "Next time, I'll have to join the rich club. With this kind of artist, I'll be single forever." The life of a male bowerbird is an endless cycle of working hard, building nests, decorating, dancing, and failing. But no matter how harsh life is, a bowerbird never gives up. No matter how many times its nest is destroyed, how many times it's rejected, or how many females walk away without saying goodbye, it keeps building nests, finding decorations, and dancing as if it's never failed. Because deep in the heart of every bowerbird is a strong belief. Happiness may not come today, but tomorrow it will smile at me. So, if one day you wander through the Australian rainforest and see a bower full of shiny decorations, remember that behind it is all the effort, hope, and tears of a small artist. And if you're kind enough, leave a beautiful decoration. Who knows, you might just help a bowerbird get closer to the happiness of its life. And in the end, the biggest lesson from this bird is, never stop trying, no matter how many times life kicks you.